Welcome to the Pulsating Biology. We were already covering the topic immunity and disease, and in this video, we're going to talk about another disease that is termed as the lung cancer. Cancer is very injurious to the health when it comes to the increased number of these cells or the cell division. First, we're going to talk about what is the main component when it comes to the lung cancer. So the main component is tar. You have often heard about the tar, that whenever we talk about the cigarette, there is a material in it that is a tar, which is very harmful towards the body. What basically this tar does is, it was experimented by a scientist that this tar was basically applied on the skin of a mice, and it causes an infection. It is this much injurious. What it basically does in the lung cancer is that it causes mutation. Mutation means that there is the imbalancement of the genes and the differences between them. Also, it causes a change in the DNA that in turn causes the mutation. So whenever there is a change in the DNA of a certain gene, it internally ends up being mutated. That means it causes the mutation. Other than that, cancer can be benign or it can be malignant. When you talk about cancer, there are two types of the cancer. It is either malignant or it is either benign. The benign is a type of the cancer which does not spread from one cell to another, whereas malignant is a kind of the cancer that is spreaded around all the cells that are basically placed in an organ or in a certain area. So when you talk about the lung cancer basically is the uncontrolled division of the cell. So that cell division might be malignant or might be benign. If it is malignant, there is a much more higher cost of other cells being damaged. But if it is benign, then there's a chance, but not that much. Other than that, we say that what happens in the lung cancer is that these cells that are cancerous, basically they become immortal, and they are more likely to cause the cell death. Other than that, we say that basically, since the cells are immortal, cells basically breaks off. Whenever they breaks off, the content that is present in the cell or the blood that is present basically is released out and enters into the other cells that are surrounding the that cell that is immortal. Other than that, we say that basically this results in the metastasis, due to which all of these cells are immortal, they are in functioning, and it just causes the uncontrolled, their division is uncontrolled, and thus causes the lung cancer, which is a very severe disease of the lung. Next, we're going to talk about how the lung diseases basically end up being very affected on the heart, and this causes the heart disease. When you talk about the heart disease, you must know that majority of the heart disease caused by the vasodilation or the vasoconstriction. So whenever we talk about this heart disease, you know that the vasoconstriction or vasodilation must be a part of it. So in this case, we say that the vasoconstriction of the blood vessels thus causes the heart disease. We say that due to the vasoconstriction and the lower area, surface area of the artery or the vein, the blood is not being transported or taken out of the heart, due to which it causes a heart disease. Whenever this happens, basically the platelets becomes very sticky, and other than that, we say that due to the constriction, what happens is that basically fat is deposited. So whenever the fat is deposited on the lining of the arteries, it does not allow the larger amount of the blood to be flowed. Thus it causes the heart disease. When you talk about these vessels or these veins or these arteries, majorly the artery that is known as the coronary artery. Coronary artery is known for supplying the blood towards the heart. So this coronary artery basically supplies the muscles of the heart. For example, if we talk about the heart, the muscles, the end muscles that are around the ventricles and arterioles are supplied by the coronary artery. That's why we say that the coronary artery is majorly important for supplying the heart disease. So it supplies the muscles of the heart. So whenever the muscles are damaged, entirely the vessels cannot also transmit the blood due to the fat deposition or due to any platelets becoming very sticky. We say that it causes a heart disease. All of these are the factors that leads to the heart attack, and thus the infunction of the heart, and the heart not able to transport the blood towards the body and oxygen to the organs that is needed. Thus it causes the death of a human person. Here we are done with all of the lung diseases. In this video we have covered about the heart disease and the lung cancer, and other diseases have been covered in the previous video. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.